This man randomly bumped into his own cat, and his pet's reaction became an internet sensation. Cats are well known for coming and go as they please, and on occasion, that means that felines are often seen exploring their own neighborhoods. Darren Sherlock's cat, Louis, certainly likes to go strolling away from home. In fact, it's part of his everyday routine. Then Louis and his owner unexpectedly crossed paths one Wednesday, and the cat's reaction was legendary.
Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
On the morning of April 4, 2018, Sherlock, who works as an airline's commercial manager, was driving to work in the British city of Brighton. Then, however, he spotted a familiar furry face. It was Louis, of course, and Sherlock may have been very pleased to see the cat. After all, Louis had gone missing that morning, or at least he had deviated from his usual routine. Sherlock would later explain to Unilad that, since Louis is a cat whose life revolves around food, he'll typically annoy us until we wake up and feed him. After the animal's appetite has been sated, however, he'll go out for the day. On that particular occasion, though, Sherlock said that instead of being forced to wait by Louis, he and his partner discovered that their pet had seemingly vanished. He told Unilad, "When we woke up, he wasn't there, and he was nowhere to be found." The cat owner added, "So we both went to work thinking he'd come back soon." Sherlock also explained, however, that on his way to work that morning, he had kept an eye out for Louis. He continued, "I even went past this place, where I know Louis hangs out sometimes. And as it happens, Sherlock's gamble paid off. Louis was right at the spot where his owner had expected him to be." Louis' human parent subsequently wound down the window and called him. Then, on hearing his name, Louis turned around and, perhaps to his surprise, saw Sherlock in the car. After Sherlock had opened up his car door to welcome his feline, however, he took a snap of the cat, and the resulting image was hilarious. In the image, Louis is seen with his front paws resting on the bottom of the doorframe. What really makes the photo, however, is the cat's expression, which can only be described as an elated grin. Still, after getting that shot, Sherlock was left with quite the conundrum. Why? Well, as Sherlock would later tell Unilad, "Louis jumped in the car, and then I didn't know whether to push him out the car because I needed to go to work." The cat owner eventually made a sacrifice on behalf of his beloved pet, though. Yes, Sherlock decided to chauffeur the feline home after all. Then, once at home, he fed Louis his breakfast and headed back off to work. Sherlock also sent the photo of Louis to his partner, Sam, to confirm that their pet was safe and well. In time, though, he decided that Louis' momentary expression also had to be shared with the wider world. So, Sherlock posted the photo of Louis on Twitter, and sure enough, the cat and his grin went viral. In fact, the snap would be retweeted over 90,000 times. It has also received 315,000 likes from users of the social media site. However, Sherlock certainly didn't predict that the image would go as far and wide as it did. What's more, Sherlock initially had no idea of his pet's online popularity. "When I woke up the next morning," he later recalled to Unilad, "my partner nudged me and said the post was on 50,000 retweets." He'd also told the site, "I couldn't really get my head around the reaction on Twitter." It appeared, however, that Louis' hilarious expression prompted many people into making observations of their own. One Twitter user commented, for instance, that cat's goofy eyes combined with his grin make the picture perfectly hilarious. Meanwhile, another wrote, "Just because he has 4 legs doesn't mean he doesn't have his own thing going on. And judging by what his owner has revealed, that's certainly true of Louis." Indeed, Sherlock has revealed to Unilad that his cat's adventures have practically made the feline a household name in the area. Furthermore, the Brighton man invariably receives numerous calls from other neighbors regarding Louis' whereabouts. Once, for example, the intrepid animal once made it onto somebody else's balcony. And Sherlock told Unilad, "I once got a call from a local thrift store on a high street. to say that Louis was in the shops saying hello to all the customers. I had to go and collect him and bring him home. When the cat's owner arrived at the store, however, Louis came trotting over from between the clothes rails and proceeded to trail Sherlock all the way home. But despite Louis definitely being feline, his owner has said that his beloved pet behaves more like a dog in a lot of ways. In keeping with his canine tendencies, Louis welcomes Sherlock into the house. The cat also likes to play games of fetch. Another of Louis' quirks is his obsession with food. In fact, his owners have to keep anything edible squirreled away out of sight of the pesky cat. He eats almost anything, so he can't leave anything out on the side, Sherlock explained to Unilad. And apparently even bread isn't off the menu, as the intrepid feline will have a loaf on the floor and start munching it. In fact, Louis is such a foodie that Sherlock has had a personalized collar made for him, emblazoned with the message, "Please don't feed me. I am very greedy and nosy but nice." The animal's appetite has also become part and parcel of his local reputation. One time, according to Sherlock, a passerby recognized him and said, "This is the greediest cat in the world." And since Louis has risen to internet stardom, another individual has tweeted at Sherlock to relate their own real-life encounter with the animal in question. "Oh my God, it's the Louis on Twitter. He got in my car with me last week," they posted, alongside a snap of Louis in said vehicle. Furthermore, and much to the delight of Louis fanbase, Sherlock has posted regular updates on the animal's adventures, including photos and videos on Instagram and Twitter. One Instagram user was even prompted to say in response, "That is one of the most adorable cats I've ever seen. He's awesome. I'm a bit jealous now." It seems then that Louis is becoming something of a social media celebrity. Time will only tell, though, whether this newfound fame will go to the cat's head, or whether he'll still be the same greedy, adventurous kitty that Sherlock knows and loves.